Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nasser Ibrahim, and today me and my group we will talk about how is your phone changing you. Next, please. First of all, I will talk about the com- first of all I will talk about how the phone affect your sleep. Smartphone emit blue light, so using it more frequently at bedtime is affecting and make it harder to sleep and distribute the production of melatonin, which is a hormone that control your sleep-wake cycle. And this make it even more difficult to fall asleep and wake up the next day. It is not only the bright light is leading to this problem, also checking and surfing the social media can distract and entertain us too. When you spend the extra time staying awake reading emails instead of sleeping, now you are going to be more tired and less alert for the next day. Next slide, please. And now I will talk about how the phone made the communication easier. Communication has come a long way since Alexander Graham Bell made the first phone call in 1876. Today, we spend a lot of our day using our phones and communicating with friends or family. From a quick phone call to sending emoji-filled text, we now have a very easy way to staying in contact with our loved ones every day. Communication by phone decrease the distance between people and let it to be easier be connected with people daily. Next, please. We have here some questions. The first question: how can phone affect sleeping? This question depends on an opinion, and it doesn't have a specific answer. So, can anyone answer the question?
Yani depending on your background information, you can answer this question, guys.
No, it can be dependent on their opinion. يعني.
Other than information mentioned in your slides, but it can be answered, yani, though.
Yes. Can anyone answer or I must choose?
I answer.
Okay, go ahead.
The light from the phones affect the hormone I think called melatonin, which helps your sleep.
Yes, correct. Okay, the second question, how do the phone made the communication easier?
I will answer. It
Okay,
helps by like you can use an app or SMS and you can call people that are far away. So phone calls make distance closer, everyone to each other.
yes, correct. Yeah. Next slide.
Now we'll talk about providing easier access to information and technology. If you use the right way, there can be
Don't read. Don't read. Don't read the side.
only the first line is the same tutor.
Okay. Well,
If used the right way, there can be many positive effects of cell phones on students. There can be many educational apps specifically designed to promote academic performance by helping students take note, make presentation, and keep track of all their assignment schedules, deadline, exams, and grades. Many online platforms provide a large number of books for reading and downloading for free. Many schools and colleges now encourage their students to use different apps to stay organized and improve their academic performance. Next page. Now we'll talk about effects of phone on teaching. In order to keep up with changing internet and behaviors of students, teachers also need to continuously change their teaching method and make them more encouragement and invocative. For example,
Innovative.
uh, before teacher used to use projectors, but now as the new era we use smart boards. This is an example of this. It has been found that student engagement is higher in class where technology is used as opposed to those where teachers use conventional methods. For example, when the teacher let the students do Quizlet, the students become more active and more willing to study, and Quizlet will show the students their mistakes so they can correct them. This is an example. Mobile phones help teachers to stay connected with their students and help them beyond the classroom. For an example, as we have now an English WhatsApp group, this will help the students ask the teacher information that they are leaking or any extra information where the teacher can help them, provide them. Next page, please. Now we'll ask some questions. What are the ways technology is motivating students to learn?
Said, I can answer.
Oh, okay.
First, by giving them quizzes, puzzles, and other fun activities. The first question.
Yes,
And
correct answer. Next one will be, do phones help students learn? And
I,
yes or no? And then why?
I'll answer this question.
Okay.
Yes, phones help students learn, and the reason why, because we have all of the information on the tip of our hands. We can search easily on Google for many of the answers. It helps maintain a communication barrier between the teachers and the students. And then we have all sorts of educational apps where we can help, learn.
Yes, correct answer. Next page, please.
Assalamu alaikum. So I will talk about the effect of phone on the eyesight. Basically, most of the electronic devices emit a lot of blue light, which basically affect the nerves of the eyesight, and it could lead to some critical things that could lead eventually to eyesight blindness. And there are a lot of ways to protect your eyesight from the blue light. You can keep a sensible distance and don't forget to blink, and use anti-reflective screen protector. Next. Phone can be used to translate. A lot of people nowadays need some translating, and there are some applications on phone that you can use to translate. So basically, translation enables effective communication. So we can have a less misunderstanding between people, and even translating can develop some new skills in the human, which are knowledge, and they can teach him some culture about the other countries. Next. Okay, so now the questions. What way to protect your eyesight? Can anyone answer?
I will answer.
Go ahead.
As you said, keep a reasonable distance and don't forget to blink. And also, you could adjust your brightness so you don't keep it too high in the dark. And use anti-reflective screen.
Correct. Question 2. What will happen if we couldn't translate words to other language? Can anyone answer?
We could have problems having communication with the other person and we would not understand what's written.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you, Saiful.
You're right.
Assalamu alaikum, and now I will talk about how smartphones.
Where's your voice, please?
Assalamu alaikum, now I will talk about how smartphones affect your posture. In this generation, cell phone usage is becoming more likely to hunch their shoulders when they look at their phone, habitually creating poor posture. Cell phone usage like this can lead to myopia, nerve pain, headaches, and more. There are some ways to improve your posture while looking at your phone, like looking forward, keeping your phone at eye level, and having a straight back. Next. And now I will talk about how phones may not be good for our mental health. Phones may lead to depression and anxiety and some other things. Using smartphones for long periods of time may lead to depression. Studies show that when they use more social media, the more their well-being is decreased. There are some ways to improve your mental health with phones, like maintaining a healthy connection, attend online support groups, and follow people who inspire you. And for example, putting smartphones away as possible might be beneficial for your mental health. Next, the questions. Staring down at your phone all the time creates poor posture. True.
I can answer.
Go ahead.
It's true.
Correct.
And can I answer the second one or should someone
Yes.
else? For the second one, as you said in the previous slide, it's attending online support groups, maintaining healthy connections, and follow people who inspire you.
Yes, correct.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next.
Assalamu alaikum. Today I will talk about smartphones and radiations. Our cell phones emit radiations which is considered harmful to the body. Our bodies will absorb over 50% of the transmitted radiations if we hold it near our heads or wear it on our bodies for a longer time. And the following are some tips to limit yourself of radiations exposure. First, avoid body contact. Second, use a speaker or wire headsets. Third, make your calls shorter. Next, people expect us to be online and connected to our phones all the time. In the time of smartphones, people are expecting us to be digitally connected 24 hours, 7 days, and can respond and get back to them on time and at once. However, this is not realistic and can cause problems when one party has the 24-hour, 7 days availability mindset and the others does not. Next. A question. How to limit yourself of radiations exposure? Can anyone give me an answer?
Can you answer this question, Abdullah Itham?
I don't know, teacher.
Say again?
I don't know.
Or sleeping? Saud? How would you like to? How can you answer this question?
How to limit yourself of radiation exposure. Never use the phone at night and the dark rooms so the light never hits our life.
Yes, these are some solutions. Yes, very good.
Yes.
Muhammad Tariq. Muhammad Tariq.
Can I answer, Mister?
Yes.
You can reduce the exposure to ionizing radiation by putting distance and shielding between you and the phone.
Yes.
Might be. Yes.
Mister, you can also use speakers or wired headphones.
Yes, very good.
Yes, it's correct.
Yes, that's right, Bob.
Thank you for listening. Done by Nasr Suwaidi, Nasr Ibrahim, Sultan Abdullah, Said Abdulaziz, Sif Sadiq, and Amran Khalid. But we didn't finish. We have a small video that talks about our topic, which is how to use the
Did you
phone.
prepare a quiz?
Yeah, after the video.
Okay, good.
The quiz will be according to the video, so pay attention.
Okay.
Of the 7 billion people on Earth, roughly 6 billion own a cell phone, which is pretty shocking given that only 4.5 billion have access to a working toilet. So how are these popular gadgets changing your body and brain? If you're looking down at your phone right now, your spine angle is equivalent to that of an 8-year-old child sitting on your neck, which is fairly significant considering people spend an average of 4.7 hours a day looking at their phone. This, combined with the length of time spent in front of computers, has led to an increase in the prevalence of myopia or nearsightedness in North America. In the 1970s, about 1/4 of the population had myopia, where today nearly half do, and in some parts of Asia, 80 to 90% of the population is now nearsighted. And it can be hard to put your phone down. Take for example the game Candy Crush. As you play the game, you achieve small goals, causing your brain to be rewarded with little bursts of dopamine, and eventually you're rewarded in the game with new content. This novelty also gives little bursts of dopamine and together create what is known as a compulsion loop, which just happens to be the same loop responsible for the behaviors associated with nicotine or cocaine. Our brains are hardwired to make us novelty seeking, and this is why apps on our phones are designed to constantly provide us with new content, making them hard to put down. As a result, 93% of young people aged 18 to 29 report using their smartphone as a tool to avoid boredom, as opposed to other activities like reading a book or engaging with people around them. This has created a new term, nomophobia, the fear or anxiety of being without your phone. We also see a change in brain patterns. Alpha rhythms are commonly associated with wakeful relaxation, like when your mind wanders off, whereas gamma waves are associated with conscious attentiveness. And experiments have shown that when a cell phone is transmitting, say during a phone call, the power of these alpha waves is significantly boosted, meaning phone transmissions can literally change the way your brain functions. Your smartphone can also disrupt your sleep. The screen emits a blue light which has been shown to alter our circadian rhythms, diminishing the time spent in deep sleep, which is linked to the development of diabetes, cancer, and obesity. Studies have shown that people who read on their smartphone at night have a harder time falling asleep and produce less melatonin, a hormone responsible for the regulation of sleep-wake cycles. Harvard Medical School advises the last 2 to 3 hours before bed be technology-free, so pick up a book before bed instead. Of course, smartphones also completely change our ability to access information, most notably in poor and minority populations. 7% of Americans are entirely dependent on smartphones for their access to the internet. A 2014 study found that the majority of smartphone owners use their phone for online banking, to look up medical information, and searching for jobs. So while phones are in no way exclusively bad and have been part of a positive change in the world, there's no denying that they are changing us. But many successful people have now decided to take smartphone vacations in order to increase productivity. In our new ASAP Thought video, we break down the top 6 reasons you should take a smartphone vacation and how it could benefit your life right now. And subscribe for more weekly science videos.
And now we have a quiz in the quizzes. I will send the link in the English group and I will send it in the chat. It is sent already. So join everyone, please.
Send it here in the chat, Saeed. Yeah, yes, thank you, Sultan. Now everybody join, please. Muhammad Salim is not here. Maiden Marzuki is not here. Muhammad Salim is here. Muhammad Salim Johar. Maiden Marzuki is here. Muhammad Al-Hamour. Yusuf Abdullah Ansari, I think he is here. Yusuf Abdullah is here. No.
I think now we can start.
Yes, you can start.
يلا ناصر عبد الله.
Nasser, Ibrahim, how many students are joining the test, the quiz?
There are 20, same as the people who in the class.
Tomorrow, inshallah, sorry for interrupting you, tomorrow, Taha, Yusuf Ayman, Aus, Saif al-Kbaisi. And the other group will be Muhammad Saeed, Ahmed Musabbah, Maid Ahmed, Abdullah Haytham, Yusuf Abdullah Ansari. Okay, these two groups, everyone will take, we will start first with the Muhammad Saeed, Ahmed Musabbah, Maid Ahmed, Abdullah Haytham, Yusuf Abdullah Ansari. Okay, Abdullah Haytham. Okay, Maid, Ahmed Musabbah. Where Muhammad Saeed? Is he here? أحمد مصبح is here.
هاي أستاذ موجود.
Now the class will end. Thank you for joining our meeting, and
Okay.
hope you get enjoyed. That was done by Nasr al-Shamsi, Nasr al-Suwaidi, which have the control. Amran Khalid, Sultan Suwaidi, Saeed Abdulaziz, and Saif Sadiq.
Okay, thank you, Nasser. Try to send me the video if you record it. I think you recorded it, that's right?
Yes.
Okay, once we close this one, please try to send it to me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Get ready again, guys, for those students who are going to be our host, the group that would be our host for tomorrow, inshallah. Don't forget to send the announcement and the Zoom link, okay? Abdullah, did you hear? And your group.
Okay.
Okay. Any question, guys? Any question?
No, teacher.
Mr. Hassan.
Okay, let me take yes.
Tomorrow, who will do the presentation?
Tomorrow, inshallah, we have two groups. Muhammad Saeed, Ahmed Musabbah, Maid Ahmed, Abdullah Ethan, Yusuf Abdullah.
And on Thursday?
There is no English class for you. It will be one on Thursday.
So you'll complete next week?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Thank you.
Okay. مين اللي قال باكر هذا؟ هو سعود صالح والله you're supposed to be سعود صالح محمد طارق عبد الرحمن عبد الله محمد الهمور محمد سالم جوهر you are supposed to give the class for this day and for today خلاص I will push you to do it next week okay سعود صالح محمد طارق
Okay.
Okay, yalla guys.